Alright, it's 10:59. We're gonna go to the airport. My parents are staying back to go on the dark tour because their plane tickets were bought in advance before we ever went, because you know we were added late to their little trip thingy. So the kids are traveling home by ourselves. We got this though. I'll leave my camera with my mom to record the dark tour. So see you guys on the flip side.
This is a Homage Beats.
On July 18th, 1776, this is where the Declaration of Independence was read to the people of Austin. Moved to in the 1870s. So the congregation door, by the way, that entrance is used on 3 occasions.
Well, hello there. Wow. But everything looks so dark. My eyebrows look so dark, but they're not even that dark. I don't know. It's just because the lighting. Anyways, should I just hold? I don't want to hold the camera. Well, hello there, guys. You're probably wondering why this Boston, you know, my trip in New York and Boston vlog isn't over yet. Because I have a little story time for you guys. Boston overall was definitely not a good, amazing trip like we wanted it to be. So if you don't want to hear the story time and hear about the disastrous day that we had, our last day in Boston, then you can click out. Honestly, it's fine. You can do whatever you want. If you want to hear it, then just keep watching. And I'm going to get right into it. So it all started off with us getting to Boston in the first place. It took like 4 hours instead of like 3 because there was hella traffic. And you want to know why there was traffic? Because there was a Yankees game going on, and we had no idea that they even had that going on that day. Should my mom have done research to make sure? Probably. But I understand that she was under a lot of stress, and she had work and other things to worry about. That's not exactly her fault, but it definitely could have been prevented. So it was definitely not the best day to go into Boston whenever a Yankees game was going on. Just even to get there, like directions for everything were just so screwed up. I don't know if it's because my mom's phone, just her maps on her iPhone is just like screwed up. But everywhere we went, it was just terrible. Like the directions sucked, and I don't know. After everyone's stressing out about where to go and where to park, we finally found somewhere to park. Oh no, and then we ate food. We ate food first. So nothing was wrong with that, except the bad luck that happened with that is because my mom's sister and her kids, which are my cousins, could not meet up with us at the restaurant, which you guys saw we ate at Yarn Kitchen. Whatever it is. We found parking to go kayaking. We went kayaking, except kayaking only lasted about 15 minutes, which is what you guys saw in yesterday's vlog, because we were on a tight schedule. My mom was like, okay, the duck tour starts at like 5:30, so we need to leave here by like 4, or no, at like 5 or something like that. And so we were like, okay, so we only had 15 minutes to kayak, literal 15 minutes. I recorded the whole thing on the GoPro, 15 minutes. The guys that run the place, when we came back, were just like, you guys are just not getting your kayak? And we're like, no, we're back. And they're like, already? And so they gave it to us for free because we rented it for an hour, because that's like the lowest time you can rent it for. Yeah, my mom tipped them like $20 because, like, you know, they gave it to us for free. Like, that was really nice of them. And I was so sad. I really wanted to kayak more, but yeah. So anyways, that's not a part of the story because this is all a bad luck story, not a happy story. So then we went to go to the duck tour, which was actually sold out because my mom did not pre-order the tickets. I don't know why she didn't. She figured they wouldn't fill up, but obviously she was wrong. So by then I was very annoyed with her. I think we were all very annoyed, but we were all trying to stay calm. My brother was like, Kaylin, it's fine. Like, she didn't know it would get, like, it would fill up. And I understand that. I really do. It's just I wanted to go on that tour really badly. I wanted to go see Boston and see the history. So not only was that part of our trip like on the itinerary and canceled, we could have kayaked longer. So that was like a waste. So we ended up going into the Museum of Science, which is where the duck tour picks you up, but we went into the Museum of Science because we were already there, so might as well just go look through it because obviously we weren't going to go on the duck tour anymore because the duck tour did not exist on our schedule. Problem with that is that the Museum of Science closes at 7 and we got there at like maybe 5:45, close to 6. So we only had an hour to go through the museum, and obviously that was not enough time because that museum is like 3 floors for like each section of it, and it's just, the whole thing is so cool. I wish we could have been there for as long as we wanted to be because there were so many things we didn't get to do or see or read or learn. Oh, when we were walking in, we heard this dad talk to his daughter. He's like, how long have we been here? 8 hours, babe. He spent, babe, I would say babe to his kid. 8 hours, we've been here all day. And so us going through there in an hour and them being there for 8, like, you can just compare it. Like, they probably read every single thing in there. So like we could have spent 8 hours in there, but instead we had to put it all down to 1 and didn't get to see everything. So from the Museum of Science, we went to go dinner, and that's all we did in Boston. Like, we didn't really do anything in Boston. We arrived an hour late, ate dinner, went kayaking for like 15 minutes, went through the museum, ate lunch, and then all that stuff, and then dinner. So that was our day in Boston. It wasn't a whole lot. It wasn't like anything exciting at all. After dinner, we went to the car rental place to trade out the cars, so my parents didn't have to trade them out the next day because they had to trade them out anyways because they had to rent 2 cars. It's a long story. Honestly, it'll probably sound really confusing if I continue to explain it, so I'm just going to go on with the bad luck part again. So the next day rolls around. It's Sunday. Obviously, we have to go home because we have school tomorrow. My brother has college. Me and my sister both have school. So our flight was supposed to go to New Jersey and then go to back home. And the flight to New Jersey was delayed like almost an hour or about an hour. So that means that we're going to miss our connecting flight to go back home. So we had to get off the plane. We had to get our suitcases out of the overhead bin and go. Originally, we were supposed to get home around 5:30. So we'd have time to clean up and pack up for the next day, like pack our books and stuff, and like do homework we didn't do before we left for New York. And obviously that didn't happen. I'm going to continue to talk about why that didn't happen. We ended up having to go to Chicago and then home. They ended up giving us like $110 in food vouchers, so we spent like all that on candy and chips and stuff. But at the same time, we were supposed to get home at 5:30. Do you want to know when we got home at? 12. I could have like been in bed by then, but instead I was doing homework until 3 in the morning. Which I know it's not like necessarily their fault because like, oh my gosh, like that's your fault, you didn't do your homework, but I did a lot of it before we left, and I didn't have time to do it while we were on the trip because we were doing stuff all the time. We were go the entire time. So I took off these glasses because you probably think I look stupid with them on. So yeah, that concludes our trip to Boston and New York. It was not a fun experience. Obviously, I'm very grateful to have been to Boston, but I definitely wish we could have done a lot more than we were able to do. Oh, to add to the bad luck, I totally forgot this part. My parents' flight was delayed too, and we were on different airlines. We were supposed to go home with them, and they were going to get home at like 10, But my mom booked an earlier flight for us to get home at 5 so we could do our homework and all that stuff, And thankfully, she got us that earlier flight because although they got to stay in Boston and do the duck tour, their flight was delayed so much that they didn't get to leave until the next day, whenever they were supposed to leave, like, way before that. So my parents got home at 10. So that's ridiculous. They were supposed to get home the same day as us, and they didn't. If you think I'm lying about this story, then honestly, that's crazy. Because, like, how could I make this up? Like, it sounds so crazy that you would think that this would not be happening to us or this could happen to somebody. But it happened to us. How did we get home, if you're asking that? We took 2 cars, and my brother drove us home, and then he dropped us off at home, and then went to college. Oh, I forgot to mention, their flight was delayed because it had technical difficulties while they were in the air. So they had to re-land in Boston, and they had a firefighter truck by the runway, on the airplane runway, just in case something were to go wrong. Everyone is safe. We're all good. My mom was super stressed. Like, she cried and everything, guys. It was a mess. It was honestly probably the worst vacation we've ever been on in our life. That is it, though. I hope you guys enjoyed all my New York vlogs, and hope you guys get to watch the New York and Boston. It's called Travel Diary on my main channel. The link will probably be below, and all the links to the other days of the vlogs will be below. Also, don't forget to thumbs up this video. Please, just a pity thumbs up, because we went through so much hell that day. Oh, me and Chloe got first class on the Chicago plane, so we got, like, food, like, a full course meal. But, like, still, it was still overall, like, a terrible experience. And don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to my main channel and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I will see you guys in my next vlog, so it probably won't be for a while because I mainly just vlog for vacations. So yeah, bye.